world now pulling up her image, and I promise you that's what they're doing, these young kids. I'm not saying that's what I did, but people that are attracted, oh, it's Kanye's wife. They might as well rub one out to her. I mean, it's crazy, man. How are you a man of God?
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you think demonic influences played a role in all that? Because that seemed really weird.
There's demonic influence completely throughout it. From the name Hollywood itself to when you study people like Aleister Crowley, which I keep telling people, you want the keys to the puzzle, you want to understand the world that we live in, the America that we live in, you need to go down that rabbit hole. Study the life of Aleister Crowley. Study the life of Jack Parsons, the father of modern rocketry. He was a disciple of Aleister Crowley, Walt Disney, L. Ron Hubbard. There would be no Elon Musk without people like L. Ron Hubbard. And then you got people like Billy Carson, which, by the way, I think I called out on your last show. I called him out long before Wes Huff. I didn't have Billy Carson on my show. I told you guys, this guy is what you would call a new age prophet, and he's been exposed. And my compliments and love to Wes Huff. And I don't have beef with Christians. I want to clarify. People take clips of mine out of context. Having a debate about doctrine is one thing. It doesn't mean I don't respect you as a Christian. It doesn't mean I would rather everyone in America be Christian than the world we live in right now. And my Muslims will get mad at me. Because I'd rather have people that actually follow Christianity and believe in God and morals, because that's what Christianity teaches you, and have modesty like the Virgin Mary, peace and blessings be upon her, than the world that we live in right now, right? Morality-wise.
Yeah.
The generation of bastards, like I mentioned on the last show, this society of lust, of people wonder why all these kids are full of rage. Because when you have deadly sins, Sean Kelly, lust, children born out of lust, not love, there's a consequence. That child was charged with negative energy. Their parents didn't even want them. Their parents didn't love them. So they let out their rage because it's an injustice to that child. That child didn't ask to be born. You went and made love to, you made love. It wasn't love. You went and had physical relations with no spiritual commitment, no love commitment, no morals, no nothing. That child comes into this world unwanted, unloved, and unleashes its rage on society. 90% of violent crime is from these children. These are hard facts. Look it up on the Heritage Foundation. Facts.
Wow, 90%.
90% of violent crime is children from a single parent home.
Holy crap.
So they're born out of lust and not love. They're born from deadly sins. So all they bring to the world is death. This was also a sign of the end of the world in Islam, that many children would be born out of wedlock and that you would feel their rage. Peace and blessings be upon the Prophet Muhammad.
So when you say end of the world, are we actually talking like end of
God
humanity?
knows best. And anyone that claims, listen, no, the Christians have been saying Jesus is coming for 2,000 years. And there was some periods even in Muslim history, like when the Mongolians invaded, they thought, man, this might be the end because they were, I mean, that's an amazing history if you say the Mongolians were slaughtering the Muslims. Then they ended up becoming Muslim, which is crazy, right? And then they went back up to, their natural, habitat, right? But that was a crazy history. Like they were, like the first Muslims, they were slaughtering them. It's an amazing history. And they end up becoming, right? So the occupier ends up becoming Muslim, which is fascinating.
Interesting, wow.
Genghis Khan's people, right? It's crazy.
They were all Muslim? Genghis Khan's
They
people?
became Muslim.
Wow.
So they were slaughtering the Muslims, and then they accepted Islam.
Whoa. That's how powerful it is.
It's crazy, bro. Everyone. I mean, listen, like I said, my goal, and even in Islam, we believe there's an alliance towards the end of time, that there's a group of Muslims and Christians who unite to fight against the Antichrist. This is an Islamic eschatology.